14. They defeated Montgomery 24-20, and they defeated Greenville 34-18. I guess our last win was against Carroll.
Yes.
And then in Region 2A, which we're a member of, Charles Henderson and Eufaula both are 2-0. Carroll and Headland are 1-1. Greenville and Rehoboth are 0-2 at this time. And this week we play Beauregard, and their head coach is Justin Jones. They're the Hornets.
Yep.
They're in 5A as well, but they're Region 4. We're Region 2. They're 2-0, and they're undefeated as well. And they are 2-0 in their region, along with Central of Clay. They defeated Selma 21-16. They defeated Central of Hayneville 42-14. A very good Valley team, they defeated them 31-14, and a close game against Tallahassee 14-6. So coaches, Coach, last week we did defeat Carroll, and we got off to a good start.
Yeah.
What are some key players that you'd like to mention for us on offense and defense?
Offensively, of course, Jawan Boyd had an exceptional game. I think he had a few catches for over 170 yards, 2 rushes for over 50 yards. He's actually up for Player of the Week, I think for the Dothan area. So go vote. Go vote. Go over there and vote. Find it on my Twitter, at Coach Hambright.
Okay.
But
Jawan Boyd.
yeah, Jawan Boyd.
Where's number Deuce?
Yep.
Is he number 2?
Yep, he is. And defensively, Damon Hart had an exceptional game. Brandon Givens, and other linebacker, he's a junior linebacker. He had an exceptional game.
Does Damien wear what, number 8?
Number 8, yes, sir.
What about Givens?
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9,
Okay.
yes.
I like the numbers.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
And number 6, Zion Grady. Of course, he's going to do what he does. I mean, he's an exceptional football player as well. We had another interception, I think, by Mario Davenport. So he now leads the team in interceptions. He had a pick 6 last week that got called back, so he would have gotten 3. He gets 1 a game, so hopefully we'll get a few more this game as well. But Nick Pearson, he was 4 for 4 for PATs, 4 for 4 for kick touchbacks. Then kicked a 28-yarder for a field goal. So he's getting his.
That was a 38-yard.
38 yards.
It was 38.
Yeah, 38
It was on the 28-yard line.
Yeah,
So.
38-yarder for a field goal. So he's getting his mojo back. I'm excited for him.
Right. Well, Coach, when you talk about Nick Pearson and extra points, who is your snapper and who's the holder?
Snapper is Hayden Bush. Hayden Bush snaps and Parker Adams hold.
Okay, and Hayden's another kicker. I mean,
Yeah,
he kicks as
he's
well.
back. He's our backup kicker as well. Yep.
Now, handling the punting duties, is that
Nick.
And does Hayden snap for that as
Yep.
well? He does.
Yep.
And you can find a job doing both at the collegiate level, snapping and punting.
Definitely. You could have a long career as a long snapper in the NFL for
That's
sure.
right.
There's some 48-year-old guys in the NFL right now that long snap. So
Yeah, and just to mention, Carson Tinker, he's been in the pros for several years. He just got picked up by the Seahawks as a backup on their practice squad.
Yeah.
And their number 1 snapper has a shoulder injury, and he snapped in the Seattle Seahawks
He
victory
did.
the other
He
night.
really did.
He
Yep.
did. So, well, Coach, with Beauregard coming into town undefeated, what are their strengths that we have to look at as a team?
Well, Beauregard is they're a physical team. They're big up front. They're stout. Their D-line is pretty stout. Their linebackers look like those old school linebackers. They're pretty stout, downhill guys. They got the neck roll and everything, so they're coming down to try to knock your head off, So we just have to try to keep them on the edges, keep them running, try to keep them on their toes. Offensively, they like to run the ball. They have they rush for like 700 yards this season already. So that's pretty big. They're going to pound the rock. Their quarterback can run. The running back is pretty big. He can run as well. So they have a special team threat at number 5 that, if he catches it, he can make some things shake for sure. But we just have to contain, all elements of the game and control the controllables, and not shoot ourselves in the foot. We had a good practice this week, so I think they're mentally prepared.
Okay. So their special teams coaches, as far as their kicking game, is it pretty solid that you found for Beauregard?
Yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. The punter punts it well. The kickoff team, they usually try to place it in a spot. So we just everybody have to be on their P's and Q's with the onside kick, sky kick, squib kicks. So, we just have to make sure that we know that the ball is live, and we've known that forever. But sometimes they look at that ball and get scared of it, So hopefully that's not the case this week, and we'll be prepared for it.
Right. Well, Coach, one thing that I've tried to look from last year and this year, of course, in the preseason game, we
Yes, sir.
defeated Pike County High School. And our first game was Mary of Montgomery, and we found ourselves behind at the half. But your kids, as young puppies last year, they still would have been behind in the fourth quarter and at the end of the game. But somehow, something clicked.
Yeah.
What do you address that change, not necessarily of attitude, but what do you think put our team over the hump that game? Because I think that has led to the success that you've had against a big team like Greenville.
Yes.
And Ozark.
Yes. Focus, heart, effort, grit, time, all of those things play a key factor. Those guys, they know how to persevere now. They went through an entire spring and summer of Coach Hambright, and they're kind of taking on my mentality when it comes to things like that. And I'm just prepared I'm not prepared, but I'm proud of the growth that they've shown thus far. It's like you said last year. We go down 3-14. The ending score would have been 40-13. 40-3 or something like that. So, this year they came out on fire. The kids. The biggest thing from that game that leads to now is accountability from each other. It wasn't pointing the fingers. It was, you're better than this, and if you don't want to win, get the heck out this locker room type deal. And I didn't have to say much. When I walked in there, I just had to kind of reiterate, what the leaders, put into place, and that's the key word right there. We didn't have much leadership last year. We had guys that tried, but didn't know how to lead. This year they're being groomed and taught how to be leaders, how to talk to your teammate, how to love on your teammate. When a coach is bringing them down, you need to be the guy to go, hey man, you know what coach means right there, right? Get it together, let's go, we need you type deal. So, it's they're
In
a
other
family
words,
now.
it's what the coach means. He just said it his way, but here's what it means.
Right, exactly.
He was right.
You need your peer to reiterate what the coaches says. And the coaches have to be on one accord as well. And I have some exceptional coaches that make sure all of us on one accord speaking the same language.
Well, Coach, your captains for this week, have you named them yet?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be Jawan Boyd. It'll be one. Damian Hart, Zach Coleman, and a sophomore, Jamal Downey. And
Jamal Downey.
Yeah, Jamal Downey. He plays corner. He caught an interception as well.
What number is he, Coach?
He's number 26.
Number 26.
Yeah, we call him Smoke. He's this short kid that can run all over the place, man. He plays corner for us, and one of those kids that won't get a lot of accolades, but he works extremely hard. He's a little pit bull, like a little chihuahua out there. He's earned it. He's earned that captain spot because he's one of the most competitive guys on our team. He's 5'6", 140 pounds, but he is the ultimate competitor. And then when kids have the ability that don't compete, you want more for them than they want out of themselves. But a kid like Jamal, if I put his heart in the entire team, oh my God, we'd be like, I know y'all seen the movie Rudy, one of my favorite football movies, but he has the heart of a lion. He's a heart of a lion.
And
So.
his name one more time.
Jamal Downey.
Jamal Downing. Okay, so our captains are Jamal Downing, Jawan Boyd, Damian Hart, and Zach
Coleman. Yes, sir.
Is Zach a senior or junior?
Junior.
He's a junior.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
is
sir.
Damian Hart a senior? Or
Senior, yes.
He's a senior, so that's one of your seniors.
Yep.
Coach, without putting you on the spot, how many seniors do we have?
14.
14
Yes,
seniors.
sir.
And then the juniors, we probably have
About 14 to 15.
14 or 15. What about the sophomore class?
About 13.
So that's good
13,
numbers.
14, and then that freshman class is about 13 to 14 as well.
Well, Coach, you sent your younger Trojans to, did they go to Central Fayetteville?
Mm-hmm.
And I saw you post. They
Yeah,
won 22 to 18.
22-18, man. They won, man. Shout out to Central Haynesville. I love y'all.
That's right.
But I work for Charles Henderson now, so they pay my bills. So I got to root for them.
Central Haynesville, is that in Lowndes County?
Lowndes County, yes,
Lowndes
sir.
County, is that in Fort Deposit?
It's
or is
actually
it
in
Haynesville?
Mosses, actually.
Mosses.
Yeah, it's Central Haynesville. It's weird. It's in Mosses. The school is located in Mosses, Alabama, but it has a Haynesville address.
Okay. Mosses is Mosses?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, I went over there with a friend of mine who knew someone who owned an elaborate hunting farm over there.
Oh, yeah.
And we went by this beautiful older church that sat on a hill.
Mm-hmm.
It's white. I got chill bumps just trying to describe it.
Yeah.
It was one of the most beautiful churches ever seen in
Yeah.
my life. And I bet it was built in the 1800s, 1900s.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
probably know you take a left in Fort Deposit and go that way.
All the way down, yep.
And I can't think of the name of it, but
Yeah,
I can
that's
pull
on
it
the
up.
Calhoun side, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
it's a
unique.
very, very, very well-built church. I mean, I'm pretty sure that foundation is good and strong.
While we got you on a personal note real quick, you went and graduated from Haynesville. Who was your head coach?
My football, my senior year was Roberto Reed. Before him, it was Rico White, who was my head coach. My basketball coach was Tito Baker, God rest his soul. So.
And then in the collegiate level, who were the coaches that you played for? Your head coaches, your position coaches?
Mike Dubose was my head coach at Millsaps in Jackson, Mississippi, and Mike Turk was my head coach at Huntington.
Right.
Mike Dubose is now head coach at Opp.
Right, and
Yeah.
they'll be coming to Pike County to play
They
Pike
will.
County
They
this
sure do.
week.
They sure do. Yep.
And I knew Mike when he, Coach Turk, when he was here at Troy University. And but anyway, so you've been sprinkled by some of the best.
Oh, yeah,
You've been
definitely.
tested by some of the best.
Definitely.
All right, Coach, one thing I want to ask you is, in the game, as far as things you want to clean up, as far as the overall team concept, what would they be?
Essentially penalties.
Okay.
We had a few holding calls. Some of them, could have been not called, but nonetheless they were called. So we had to fight through that type of adversity, and catching the ball. Actually, I mean we dropped 7 balls. That kind of screwed up Parker's complete percentage, but we have to make those tough contested catches. And we've been doing it all year. And everybody has their time. Like I said, Nick was in a slump. This past week he kind of got his mojo back, and I kind of told those wide receivers the same thing. Like, look, all of y'all run track, all of y'all are fast. There's not too many people that can run with you, but you have to catch the ball. You can't run without the ball. So they stepped up to the challenge this week, and they've had a pretty good week this week. So we're going to see how it matches up in the game.
So overall, a couple of keys to the game against Beauregard. I'll let you elaborate the keys to the game.
Yeah, so discipline. We have to make sure that we don't shoot ourselves in the foot to show everybody how good of a doctor we are to fix it. Let's just not have to fix the foot and play football, So discipline will be the name of the game this game. Just doing our job and our job only. Never too high, never too low, even keel. That I tell them that every single game. If you do your job, good things will happen. You will make the play if you do your job. But I think that's the biggest key for us this week is minimize the mistakes and be disciplined.
Okay.
If we do that, we give ourselves a chance to win.
Anything on the injury report that you'd like to mention? Anybody
no.
out for the game? Or?
No, everybody's
Okay.
actually pretty healthy.
Just
Besides
a
the tight end that had surgery a few weeks
Right.
ago, everybody's pretty healthy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Quinn Hambright. He's the head coach at Charles Henderson High School. It's the Battle of the Unbeatens this Friday night on the campus of Troy University at Memorial Stadium. We'd like for everyone to come to the game. It will be broadcast by Troy Cable and C Spire. And we want to thank Ava Jackson. She's our executive producer. And her technical assistant tonight is Nate Braystead. But again, Coach, I want to wish you the best of luck.
Appreciate it.
And thank you for coming to the show. And
Yes, sir.
Coach Helms will see you next week.
Yes, sir. Go Trojans. Be there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be back after these messages.
Need tools like loan updates right to your phone and personal service? You can get more done in less time. And that is something to cheer about.
In the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle? We've got what you're looking for. So come see us at Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC in Troy, and you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
Are you ready?
Sometimes more is more. And with Max Checking, I enjoy more with perks, like access to my paychecks 2 days early, free overdraft protection, earning rewards everywhere I spend, and more of everything that makes life a little sweeter. You can enjoy more too with Max Credit Union.
Wiley Sanders Truck Line, the place that puts God and family first. How long you been driving for Wiley Sanders?
7 years.
How long you been driving for Wiley?
6 years.
How many miles you get away?
2,500.
Wow, how many miles you get away?
2,700.
Are you in the 401k?
Yes, sir.
Matching at 4%?
Yes.
Wow, Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Are y'all happy?
Oh, very happy.
Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the TC2 Coaches Show. I'm Forrest Lee. I'm filling in for David Helms, and we would like to thank our sponsors, who are Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy Cable and C Spire, Jackson Hardware in Brundage, Alabama, Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Troy and Jason Gregory, the Commercial Bank of Ozark, Bill Jackson Chevrolet and Ford here in Troy, Alabama, and of course Home Gallery that's located on Love Street in downtown Troy. At this segment of the show, we have Don Moore, who's the head football coach at Goshen High School. Coach Moore, thank you for coming.
Yes, sir.
And a little bit about our record. We defeated Daleville 38-19. We defeated Zion Chapel 46-21. We lost to Highland Home, who's ranked number 2 in the state of Alabama, 42-12. And last week we lost to Reeltown by a score of 42-22. We are in the classification of 2A, Region 3. Reeltown, Luverne, and Highland Home are all 2-0. Lafayette and Lynette are 1-1 in Barber County. Goshen, Horseshoe Bend, of course, we're 0-2 at this particular time. Lafayette, their head coach is Juan Williams, is that correct? And they are the Bulldogs. They are 1-3. They have lost to Lochapoka 38-6. They lost to Bullock County 30-21. They lost to Reeltown 41-0. But last week I think they defeated Barber County by a score of 72-6. So Coach, a couple of questions, if you will. Let's talk about last week's game and some of your key players offensively and defensively.
Well, to be honest with you, we had a number of guys that play well on both sides of the ball. We played hard. That was a challenge that I gave our guys last week, is to be physical. Can we match Reeltown's physicality? Because they're big up front and they run downhill, Wishbone and I. And we did that. We did match their physicality. We had them on the ropes for a while, and we gave up a few big plays, especially in the kicking game. And I'm still not over that yet. I'm trying to. I'm a big special teams guy, and to have 2 kickoffs returned on you for touchdowns, it just doesn't sit well at all. So, our guys, like I said, played really hard. Just a few things here and there that kind of got away from us. With 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, it was 28-25. 28-22.
Right.
And we had them at their own 5-yard line.
Pinned down.
Yes, sir. And they busted a fullback dive on us for 94 yards. Just this small things that we didn't fit correctly. You know, just still coaching things that we're cleaning up those mistakes. But you know, as a whole, I was super proud of our guys. We're still fighting to try to, you know, correct those small things.
Getting better and better each week.
Yes,
Coach,
sir.
as far as special teams personnel, your punter and your kicker, who are those?
CJ Thompson's been our kicker.
Okay.
And Andrew Galloway is our punter. We have another guy that kind of kicks for us some, Zion Picatoste. He's a
Picatoste.
Yes, sir.
I like that name.
He's an 8th grader, and CJ's a junior. So, you know, we got some good kickers. We really do. You know, we just got to do our job on kickoff.
Okay. Now, who are your snappers like on punts? Who
Jacob
snaps?
Sape is the snapper for
Jacob Sape.
Yes, sir,
Okay.
for all of that.
Now, Coach, your upcoming opponent is Lafayette. Tell us a little bit about Lafayette.
Well, they're big, they're fast. You know, they line up in the I, and then they go double tight, and then they'll line up in 5 wide in trips, and so they get tight and they spread you out, and they get tight and they'll spread you out again. So they're just trying to find that mismatch, and you know, they got a lot of explosive players. Their defensive line's pretty decent up front. They got some interior guys that are big and hard to move. So, you know, we got to go there, and this is their first home game of the season. So, I know they're going to be pumped up for that. You know, we got to go get after it right off the bat. That's been the challenge this week: is to start fast and finish fast.
Okay. Now, Coach, to get to Lafayette, what's the best way to get there?
Going up 85 past Auburn, past Opelika, and you just
hang
keep
left.
riding, and
Okay.
there'll be a exit sign that says Lafayette.
And okay.
turn.
Now, to get into their game, they use GoFan and all that.
They do both.
They do both.
Yes,
In
sir.
other words, if you have cash, they will take
Yes, sir.
that. And so that's a big game because somebody's going to be in the plus column when it comes to the region play. And you know, there's a lot of games to be played.
Yes, sir, and that's what
And,
you know, our guys were upset last Friday when they should have been. We feel like we let that one get away from us.
Because at the half, Goshen was ahead.
Yes, sir.
We were ahead
we were up
22-20.
22-20.
22-20.
And we had given up a kickoff that half as well.
When you kicked off
First
of the
half
yeah.
and second half.
Yeah.
So, you know, those things, they happen. You know, just got to, you know, move on, correct them. You know, and that's been the challenge this week is getting our guys back remotivated and letting them know that we do have a lot left to play for. Everything that we want is still out in front of us. You know, we tell it, you know, we talked about it, you know, Reeltown didn't beat us. We beat ourselves.
Right. Last year they beat you.
Yes, sir.
This year, okay. And that's the difference.
Right.
Is you're getting to that point where
Right.
if we just squeeze a little bit harder.
It's really good, but it's also a little frustrating because you know how close we are as coaches and all, and so, you know, we're just still learning every day as players, and just, you know, getting better, and that's the goal at the end of the day. And you know, we just like I said, we got a challenge this week is to start fast, finish faster, and you know, don't let up.
Yeah, well, they're the Bulldogs. Now, Coach, what are their strengths as a team? You mentioned that earlier, but again, what are their strengths as a team that you're going to have to be prepared for?
Their receivers, they're really good, and their defense, their interior defensive line. You know, we've struggled a little bit on the offensive line the last couple of weeks moving people. So you know, that's been we've been on the offensive line pretty good the last couple of weeks. And they're getting better, but that's the challenge is we got to, you know, for the style of offense we play, we've got to be physical up front. And we've got to move people in order to be successful.
Coach, who have you named captains for the week?
We have captains at the start of the year, and they're the same captains every game.
And who are they?
That's Peyton Stamey,
Peyton
KJ
Stamey,
Bristow, Lance Tillery, and Jamar McClure.
Okay. Or how many seniors do we have at Goshen this year?
8.
8.
Yes,
And
sir.
last year I think you had 2, 3. So, well, that's a plus. Coach, the keys to the game, and you've kind of alluded to that already. You know, what are the 2 or 3 keys to the game Friday night as you travel to?
For us, it's turnovers. special teams,
Okay.
and we got to eliminate their big plays
Okay.
on defense. And we've got to control the ball, and and finish drives. We got stopped inside the 15 twice last week. We got to finish those off.
Okay. Coach, what about an injury report? Do you have, or are your players pretty much
yes,
healthy?
sir. Knock on wood. We're decently healthy. We got a couple bumps and scrapes, but other than that, we're decently healthy. So.
All right, Coach. What about your JV or program? Have y'all played this week? Did y'all get a chance to play?
We played this past Monday. We beat Elba 14-0.
Okay. Was that in Elba?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's a good start, and
Yeah.
I mean that's good news. And Coach, the Pee Wee team at Goshen, can you tell us a little bit about when they play?
They play this Saturday. They have a jamboree, and I'm pretty positive it's in GW Long.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that. Like I said, my wife tells me when and where to be kind of with that because my son plays. But I'm pretty sure that's where we're going to be at.
All right, so when they play their Pee Wee schedule, Coach, who are some of the teams that they play throughout the year? Do you know? Is it? I don't know because sometimes it changes.
Yes, they play Arrington, GW Long, Daleville,
Okay.
Opp, Zion Chapel,
Okay.
and a couple.
So this is like the start of the season?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the start of the season. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Goshen will travel to Lafayette, and they'll play the Bulldogs. They're coached by Juan Williams. And kickoff, is this Eastern Standard? It's Central Standard Time kick, which will be 7 o'clock. So go out and support the Goshen Eagles. And Coach, I want to thank Don Moore for coming. He's the head football coach at Goshen. And Coach, this is your second year?
Yes, sir.
In his second year. Well, I want to thank you for watching the show tonight. I'm filling in for David Hams. I'm Forrest Lee, and this is Don Moore. And Coach Moore, thank you for coming.
Yes, sir. Thank
and
you.
Good luck Friday night against Lafayette.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We'll be back after these messages.
Our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles looks so good, you'll think they're new.
So take the short drive to Bill Jackson Ford in Troy, where you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Ford, Troy, Alabama.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm working underneath this truck.
Oh man, can you work on diesel trucks?
No, I can't.
Do you know that Wallace Sandals will train you to work on diesel trucks?
Really?
In a shop!
In a shop?
A shop! My man, you made it!
Yes, sir, I did.
You came to Wallace Sandals to a shop. How you like teaching this young man?
I enjoy helping these guys be successful.
So if they can work on a little truck, you can teach them how to work on a big truck.
Yes, sir, we sure can.
Come to Wallace Sandals Truck Line where we'll teach you how to work on a big truck.
We're blowing away high prices. Use Nissan, Honda, Toyota, Chevy, Ford. We got them. And they're all marked down. Over 120 to choose from. Bring home $350 a week and you can be approved. Shop PremierTroy.com or come see us. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody. Where should you go to find the best deals on a vehicle? Anywhere, anytime. PremierTroy.com. Shop our huge selection. PremierTroy.com. Pick your next vehicle. Pick your payment. Yes. Shop, save, and buy. PremierTroy.com. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put God and family first. We go to Illinois,
Indiana, North Carolina, South Carolina,
Ohio, Arkansas. We're looking for good in-dump drivers. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. 401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield, dental plan. Hey, these wheels roll, you make money. If you're not driving one of them, you're driving at the wrong place. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Fellas, where we go?
Indiana, North Carolina, and South Carolina,
Ohio and Arkansas. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
We know life can be fun and exciting, but also sometimes challenging. With always being on the go, it can be tough to take care of the big little things, like getting a loan for a more reliable car. Sometimes you just need some help that works with you on your terms. And that's exactly what you get with Max Credit Union. With convenient tools like loan updates right to your phone and personal service, you can get more done in less time. And that is something to cheer about.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the TC2 Coaches Show. I'm Forrest Lee, and I'm filling in for David Hams, who's out of town. We would like to thank our following sponsors: Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy Cable, and C-Spire, Jackson Hardware of Brundage, Alabama, Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and Jason Gregory here on the bypass. Commercial Bank of Ozark, Alabama, Bill Jackson Chevrolet and Ford here in Troy, and Home Gallery, and Home Gallery is located on Love Street. This segment of our show features the Pike Liberal Arts Patriots, and we have their head coach, Mr. Travis Baxley. Coach Baxley, thank you for coming to the show. You know, we've lost to Mobile Christian, we lost to Bayside, and we've lost to Chipley. But this week we traveled to Port St. Joe, Florida. That's a little over a 3-hour drive, I think. And they're 1-1. They are the Tiger Sharks. Their head coach, I believe, is Tanner Jones, who used to be a quarterback at Troy State, I think. That's what they told me this morning. But their first game, they defeated Jefferson County 41-8. And last week they lost to Bay High School of Panama City by the score of 35-6. And here's my notes: 3 hours, 5 minutes away, about 165 miles away. All right, so Coach, we were off last week. And got people healed up. Some of the things, Coach, some of the key players that we have offensively and defensively for Pike Liberal Arts.
Well, and they're sort of both ways.
Oh, yeah.
You know, being a two-way school, playing two-way ball. Starts with Casey Bradford. He's the heart and soul of our team. And but others, Cade Renfro, and all of our seniors, Davis Kilcrease, Colton Taylor, Levi DeBoer, Corey Jones, and I'm leaving somebody out.
I'll get him in a minute, maybe I can help you.
I always do.
That's 6.
Yep. Well, that's it then.
Okay, I believe that was 6.
No, we lean on those guys, and they set the standard for the rest of the team, which is the way it should be. And those guys make plays for us, and they set the standard for how we practice and just how we operate day in and day out.
Coach, on your special teams play, who are our kickers and our snappers and our holders in that part of the game?
Snappers are Wilson Cotton.
Wilson, and he's back playing. He's been on the banged up list.
Yep, he is back ready to go. And punter is Jackson Booth. And our kickoff guy, Levi DeBoer. And our field goal kicker, Cade Renfro. So this is the first time that I've had 3 kickers for 3 spots. You know.
Who snaps for punts and extra points? Is it the same guy?
Wilson Cotton.
Wilson Cotton. And who holds for extra points? I believe you already mentioned
Cade Brookins.
Cade Brookins. Okay, well, good. Now our upcoming opponent, Coach, as you look at their film, what can you say about the Tiger Sharks of Port St. Joe?
They are athletic, and they want to get the ball in space. So it's quick throws to the flats. It is speed option, toss, things to get their playmakers on the perimeter and let them go to work. And so our focus this week has been tackling in space, and along with the other normal prep, alignment assignment, and things like that.
Okay. So, Coach, whenever you have to travel such a far distance, what is the game day plan as far as when you're able to leave school, when you eat, and all? What's the time schedule?
I've spent 12 years trying to figure out the magic formula for these long trips, and there's just not one.
There's no one.
And we've left early and stopped and walked through before we got there. We've done our walkthrough and stuff at home, and then got there right on time. There is no formula. Your guys essentially just have to get off the bus ready to play.
Okay.
And but we will leave Troy about 11:30, and we will get there about 3. Pre-game, get to the game site, walk through, and then tape and dress, and we're off and going at that point.
Okay. Well, you said tape and dress. Coach, who is like our head trainer at Pike Liberal Arts?
Regina Wright.
Regina Wright.
She is the best in the business.
Right. I knew that, but I wanted you to hear. I wanted to hear her name.
Yep. She is a most valuable staff member, no doubt.
And when I played, that was non-existent.
Right.
If you wanted to get taped, you had to figure out how to tape yourself.
Or
you
a coach
wouldn't get
did
taped,
it,
yeah,
and
yeah.
coaches just tape it tight and
Here
rock and
we
roll
go.
with it, and that's not always the best way to do it.
Yeah, cut it off yourself when you get
Yeah.
home with a pair of scissors.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, let me ask you this: your coaching staff. Who are some of the coaches that you would like to mention, or that we can recognize? Because I know, and I've been on both sides of the fence, and I've seen the last.
Sure.
And I know it's one day at a time
Sure.
because of the circumstances, but I want you to mention your coaching staff because they're doing a tremendous job for the players in our school.
Yeah. Well, we have a fantastic 2A coaching staff. There's 8 coaches plus me, and for a 2A school, that is about as good as it gets. Starting with our offensive coordinator, Dakota McConnell. He has done a great job as we move through the process of figuring out what offense fits us the best, and that's not always easy. And we started with a certain group of personnel, and that group changed about week 2, and so we had to make some adjustments. And now the bye week has allowed us to do that, and so we've made some changes offensively to give us a better chance. We have young linemen, and in a couple of years we can line up and run power right at people whether they know it's coming or not. But that's just not what we can do now. So we've made some adjustments offensively to help our young linemen out and give us a better chance to move the ball and score some points.
Okay. Coach, as far as our injuries, is most everybody healthy?
We're healthy and ready to go.
Ready to go,
Yeah.
okay.
Now we've nursed some ankle sprains and things like that, shoulder stingers, but the bye week really helps with that.
Okay. Well, Coach, my question, when you get to Port St. Joe, do they do the GoFan monetary exchange, or can you bring cash, or do we know that yet?
Well, cash and card at the gate.
Okay.
And I don't know, Alabama was mandated during the COVID year to go to GoFan, and so these Alabama schools, GoFan is always an option. But we play several Florida schools, Georgia schools, and it's hit or miss with the GoFam. But cash and card at the gate will get you in.
Okay. Well, Coach, as far as when you first came to Pike Liberal Arts, is there a couple of players that have just really, who are green, that have kind of really started to rise and have gotten better, like an unsung patriot, so to speak?
Yeah. Well,
if you can name a couple of those guys.
First and foremost, it is worth recognition that with our offensive line situation, we have taken two seniors, Davis Kilcrease and Cade Renfro, that have never been linemen in their life. They're sort of linebackers, H-back, tight end types, and they've had to step down and play some offensive line for us. And,
they're your tackles, aren't they, Coach?
Yes. And there is nothing more selfless, more team first mentality than to take a player or two players that have always been skill players and ask them to go down in the trenches, be linemen, and for them to never bat an eye, complain, and just do what the team needs. And they will forever be the MVP players of this team just for their willingness to do that.
Right. And name those two guys one more time. And there's more names. Let's mention them one more time.
Davis Kilcrease.
Davis Kilcrease.
And Cade Renfro.
Cade Renfro.
Yep.
And because this is the first time they've done it.
Yep.
Well, I'll use this analogy. When I was a kid at Goshen High School, and I started as a 9th grader because we had about 16 or 17 players, and we were under about a 27-game losing streak until the night that we beat Louisville. Now, we were in some games, and some games we weren't in, but we fought to the finish.
Yep.
But when we defeated Louisville 20-8, it was like lightning. And I think that experience helped me as a person, and then as hopefully a motivator to kids. But when that moment comes, you can think of the kids and young men at Pike Liberal Arts who know their backs are up against the wall, but yet they're strapping it up every Friday night, and they're giving it their all. They're in the first quarter, second quarter, and they're going to keep going until that clock strikes 0. And again, especially the seniors that you mentioned, and for our coaching staff to come to a situation that knows, hey, this is a challenge, and I'm going to strap it up and go. And I want to thank you for doing that, and I want to commend you on that. And but ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Pike Liberal Arts portion of our show. This is Coach Travis Baxley. They will travel to Port St. Joe, Florida, to take on the Land Sharks this Friday night. And Coach Baxley, best of luck to you and the Trojans, and say hello to your family. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back after these messages.
In the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle? We've got what you're looking for.
So come see us at Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC in Troy, and you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
Are you ready?
Sometimes more is more. And with Max Checking, I enjoy more with perks, like access to my paychecks 2 days early, free overdraft protection, earning rewards everywhere I spend, and more of everything that makes life a little sweeter. You can enjoy more too with Max Credit Union.
Wiley Sanders Truck Line, the place that puts God and family first. How long you been driving for Wiley Sanders?
7 years.
How long you been driving for Wiley?
6 years.
How many miles you get a week?
2,500.
Wow. How many miles you get a week?
2,700.
Are you in the 401k?
Yes, sir.
Matching at 4%?
Yes.
Wow. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Are y'all happy?
Oh, very happy.
Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles looks so good, you'll think they're new.
So take the short drive to Bill Jackson Ford in Troy, where you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Ford, Troy, Alabama.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm working underneath this truck.
Oh man, can you work on diesel trucks?
No, I can't.
Do you know that Wiley Sanders will train you to work on diesel trucks?
Really?
In a shop.
In a shop?
A shop. My man, you made it.
Yes, sir, I did.
You came to Wiley Sanders to a shop. How you like teaching this young man?
I enjoy helping these guys be successful.
So if they can work on a little truck, you can teach them how to work on a big truck.
Yes, sir, we sure can.
Come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line where we'll teach you how to work on a big truck.
We're blowing away high prices. Use Nissan, Honda, Toyota, Chevy, Ford. We got them. And they're all marked down. Over 120 to choose from. Bring home $350 a week and you can be approved. Shop PremierTroy.com or come see us. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody. Where should you go to find the best deals on a vehicle? Anywhere, anytime? PremierTroy.com. Shop our huge selection. PremierTroy.com. Pick your next vehicle. Pick your payment. Yes. Shop, save, and buy. PremierTroy.com. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put God and family first. We go to Illinois,
Indiana, North Carolina, South Carolina,
Ohio, Arkansas. We're looking for good in-dump drivers. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. 401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield, dental plan. Hey, these wheels roll, you make money. If you're not driving one of them, you're driving at the wrong place. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Fellas, where we go?
Indiana, North Carolina, and South Carolina, Ohio, and Arkansas.
Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
We're back. Welcome back to our show. This is the TC2 Coaches Show, and I'm Forrest Lee. I'm filling in for David Helms. He's out of town this week. We want to thank our following sponsors: Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy Cable and C-Spire, Jackson Hardware of Brundage, Alabama, Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Troy, Alabama, and Mr. Jason Gregory, the Commercial Bank of Ozark, Alabama, Bill Jackson Chevrolet and Ford, located on the bypass here in Troy, Alabama, and Home Gallery. Home Gallery is located on Love Street. Ladies and gentlemen, we're hoping to have Mark Hurt with us of the Pike County Bulldogs, but until he's here, I want to mention some highlights, not some highlights, but some of your upcoming high school local football games. In the Alabama High School Athletic Association, Dothan will play Smith Station. Rehoboth will be at Enterprise. Carroll Ozark will be at Seminole County, Georgia. Beauregard comes to town against Charles Henderson. Both of those teams are undefeated, and that will be on Troy Cable Channel 2 live this Friday. Pike Road is at Eufaula. Dale County travels to Bullitt County. Geneva is at Montgomery Catholic. Slocum is at Booker T. Washington. Ashford is at Strawn. Northside Methodist is at Daleville. New Brockton is at Houston Academy. The Bobcats of Opp will travel to Pike County in a big region game. Abbeville is at Wicksburg. Zion Chapel travels to Ayrton. Cottonwood is at Sampson. Geneva County is at G.W. Long. Barber County is at Reeltown. Goshen travels to Lafayette. Pike Liberal Arts will travel to Florida to play the Port St. Joe Land Sharks. Houston Academy is at Georgiana. Kinston is at Brantley. Headland is off. Providence Christian will not play this week, and Elba will not play this week. In AISA, Abbeville Christian is off. Lynette will be at Luverne. Wilcox Academy will be at Crenshaw Christian Academy of Luverne, and Horseshoe Bend will be at Highland Home. A couple other things we'd like to mention for the Pike County Bulldogs. Their head coach is Mark Hurt. They're in classification of 3. They're in 3A, Region 2. They will be hosting Opp. The Pike County Bulldogs lost a close game to Strawn to open up the season, 20-19. They defeated Ashford by a score of 34-0. They defeated Northside Methodist by a score of 28-18. The Opp Bobcats are coached by Mike DeBose. Their record is 3-1. They lost to 5A Power Andalusia. No, they're 4A, I believe. 35-7. They defeated New Brockton by a score of 41-20. Opp defeated Northside Methodist 40-10, and Opp defeated Providence Christian by a score of 20-14. And in a few minutes, we'll be zooming in with the coaches from Brantley High School, which is Roland Jones, and we're going to zoom in about 10 or 15 minutes after that with Coach Will Pouncey of the Highland Home Flying Squadron. We're going to take a short break, but stay tuned to the TC2 Coaches Show, and we'll be back with Coach Roland Jones of the Brantley Bulldogs.
We know life can be fun and exciting, but also sometimes challenging. With always being on the go, it can be tough to take care of the big little things, like getting a loan for a more reliable car. Sometimes you just need some help that works with you on your terms. And that's exactly what you get with Max Credit Union. With convenient tools like loan updates right to your phone and personal service, you can get more done in less time. And that is something to cheer about.
In the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle? We've got what you're looking for.
So come see us at Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC in Troy, and you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
Are you ready?
Sometimes more is more. And with Max Checking, I enjoy more with perks, like access to my paychecks 2 days early, free overdraft protection, earning rewards everywhere I spend, and more of everything that makes life a little sweeter. You can enjoy more too with Max Credit Union.
Wiley Sanders Truck Line, the place that puts God and family first. How long you been driving for Wiley Sanders?
7 years.
How long you been driving for Wiley?
6 years.
How many miles you get a week?
2,500.
Wow. How many miles you get a week?
2,700.
Are you in the 401k?
Yes, sir.
Matching at 4%?
Yes.
Wow. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Are y'all happy?
Oh, very happy.
Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles looks so good, you'll think they're new.
So take the short drive to Bill Jackson Ford in Troy, where you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Ford, Troy, Alabama.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm working underneath this truck.
Oh man, can you work on diesel trucks?
No, I can't.
Do you know that Wiley Sanders will train you to work on diesel trucks?
Really?
In a shop.
In a shop?
A shop. My man, you made it.
Yes, sir, I did.
You came to Wiley Sanders to a shop. How you like teaching this young man?
I enjoy helping these guys be successful.
So if they can work on a little truck, you can teach them how to work on a big truck.
Yes, sir, we sure can.
Come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line where we'll teach you how to work on a big truck.
We're blowing away high prices. Use Nissan, Honda, Toyota, Chevy, Ford. We got them. And they're all marked down. Over 120 to choose from. Bring home $350 a week and you can be approved. Shop PremierTroy.com or come see us. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody. Where should you go to find the best deals on a vehicle? Anywhere, anytime? PremierTroy.com. Shop our huge selection. PremierTroy.com. Pick your next vehicle. Pick your payment. Yes. Shop, save, and buy. PremierTroy.com. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put God and family first. We go to Illinois,
Indiana, North Carolina, South Carolina,
Ohio, Arkansas. We're looking for good in-dump drivers. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. 401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield, dental plan. Hey, these wheels roll, you make money. If you're not driving one of them, you're driving at the wrong place. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Fellas, where we go?
Indiana, North Carolina, and South Carolina, Ohio, and Arkansas.
Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
We know life can be fun and exciting, but also sometimes challenging. With always being on the go, it can be tough to take care of the big little things, like getting a loan for a more reliable car. Sometimes you just need some help that works with you on your terms. And that's exactly what you get with Max Credit Union. With convenient tools like loan updates right to your phone and personal service, you can get more done in less time. And that is something to cheer about.
In the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle? We've got what you're looking for.
So come see us at Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC in Troy, and you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
Are you ready?
Sometimes more is more. And with Max Checking, I enjoy more with perks, like access to my paychecks 2 days early, free overdraft protection, earning rewards everywhere I spend, and more of everything that makes life a little sweeter. You can enjoy more too with Max Credit Union.
Wiley Sanders Truck Line, the place that puts God and family first. How long you been driving for Wiley Sanders?
7 years.
How long you been driving for Wiley?
6 years.
How many miles you get away?
2,500.
Wow, how many miles you get away?
2,700.
Are you in the 401k?
Yes, sir.
Matching at 4%?
Yes.
Wow, Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Are y'all happy?
Oh, very happy.
Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles looks so good, you'll think they're new.
So take the short drive to Bill Jackson Ford in Troy, where you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Ford, Troy, Alabama.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm working underneath this truck.
Oh man, can you work on diesel trucks?
No, I can't.
Do you know that Wiley Sanders will train you to work on diesel trucks?
Really?
In a shop.
In a shop?
A shop. My man, you made it.
Yes, sir, I did.
You came to Wiley Sanders to a shop. How you like teaching this young man?
I enjoy helping these guys be successful.
So if they can work on a little truck, you can teach them how to work on a big truck.
Yes, sir, we sure can.
Come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line where we'll teach you how to work on a big truck.
We're blowing away high prices. Use Nissan, Honda, Toyota, Chevy, Ford. We got them. And they're all marked down. Over 120 to choose from. Bring home $350 a week and you can be approved. Shop PremierTroy.com or come see us. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody. Where should you go to find the best deals on a vehicle? Anywhere, anytime? PremierTroy.com. Shop our huge selection. PremierTroy.com. Pick your next vehicle. Pick your payment. Yes. Shop, save, and buy. PremierTroy.com. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put God and family first. We go to Illinois,
Indiana, North Carolina, South Carolina,
Ohio, Arkansas. We're looking for good in-dump drivers. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. 401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield, dental plan. Hey, these wheels roll, you make money. If you're not driving one of them, you're driving at the wrong place. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Fellas, where we go?
Indiana, North Carolina, and South Carolina, Ohio, and Arkansas.
Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
We know life can be fun and exciting, but also sometimes challenging. With always being on the go, it can be tough to take care of the big little things, like getting a loan for a more reliable car. Sometimes you just need some help that works with you on your terms. And that's exactly what you get with Max Credit Union. With convenient tools like loan updates right to your phone and personal service, you can get more done in less time. And that is something to cheer about.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to TC2 Coaches Show. I'm Forrest Lee, and I'm filling in for David Helms. On the phone and on TV, we have Mr. Will Pouncey. He's the head coach of the Highland Home Flying Squadron. Well, thank you, Will, for being on with us and taking time. Right. We're undefeated. Highland Home is undefeated. They defeated Providence Christian by a score of 28-6. They won a barn burner against Ayrton, 34-33. They defeated Goshen, 42-14. And last week, went to Lynette, or did you host Lynette?
No, we went to Lynette.
Went to Lynette and defeated Lynette 28-18. This week, they will host the Generals of Horseshoe Bend. They're coached, I believe, by Jeremy Phillips. They defeated Wadley by a score of 14-6. They lost to Lynette 39-6, and they lost to Luverne 12-0. In region play, Highland Home, Luverne, and Reeltown, they're all 2-0. Lafayette and Lynette are 1-1, and Barber County, Goshen, and Horseshoe Bend are 0-2. Thank you again, Will. Let's talk about last week's game as we went up to Lynette and defeated the Panthers by a score of 28-18. Let's talk about that game.
Well, our boys show, really good resilience. I mean, each and every week and what they do, but they prepare the right way. They do what they're supposed to do in the weight room. We really try to emphasize attention to detail, and our kids really bought into that a long time ago. We've had a very long streak of success over the last few years, and our guys. They know what it takes to win, and that's kind of what they implement every day. And we are very used to adversity with stuff our kids have been through over the last few years, and they know how to adapt and overcome. And so I've been extremely excited, extremely proud of our kids getting the game moved on a Wednesday from a Friday to a Thursday, and being able to go travel to a top 10 team, who's got a tradition like Lynette, winning multiple state championships over the last few years, and us going up there and getting a W. So it was definitely an exciting time for us last week.
All right, well, who are some of your key players offensively and defensively for the Flying Squadron of last week's game?
Like I said, I hate to point out anybody because it's truly a team effort, but it was, you can give all the credit to the backs and to the receivers and to, of course, our quarterback, and but the O-line really has stepped up. But who I really got to emphasize on is Austin Crittenden. I mean, Austin Crittenden, we kind of got a package in there for him where we're kind of putting the foot on double wing, and he coaches the right way. He knows all the right angles, the crooks and crannies to get through. The crevices of the defense, especially running that tight run game, and he does a really good job with it, running a really good low pad level, and he's just was a stud for us last week. I think he had over 140 yards rushing.
Okay.
I believe it was like only on 6 or 8 carries, but of course we're not in that offense all the time, but we try to spread it out, and we got a few guys we'll get the ball to that are very dynamic, but it is, the biggest problem we have sometimes is we only have one ball, to get it to and give these guys touches.
Okay. Coach, what about Horseshoe Bend? What are some of their strengths that you'll have to prepare for this week?
Well, on film so far is effort. These guys get after it, man. I mean, they're coached well by Coach Phillips. They are downhill football. They're coming after you. They're getting after it on defense, and they have a lot of size, Coach Lee. And so, of course, that is a concern of ours. But the biggest thing is how hard they play. And, I respect Coach Phillips for how hard he gets those guys to play. Apparently, they have a love for their coach that go out there and give everything they got. And you can tell it's apparent on the field. But they are, very well coached football team, very physical football team that's ready to come down to Highland Home and play some ball. So, we're ready to step up to another challenge.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to mention this coach's show. You can find it on Facebook and YouTube live, and you can find it any time of the week. Just type in TC2 TV, type in the coach's show, and you can pull up and replay tonight's segment. But, Coach, keys to the game, keys to victory for Highland Home, what will they be?
Just trying to get our guys in space. I mean, I think we have a little bit more speed on the perimeter, and how well we play defensively. I mean, we have got to step up and be a backbone defensive end. We've got to be physical, and got to play assignment football because they're going to come in run the wishbone, old school football, and we got to be able to, hold to the test right there and be able to hold our own on defensive front there. So we will see. It's going to be tough, but we look forward to it, and it's going to be a great challenge.
Coach, will this game be on Eastern Standard Time or is it Central Time?
It's on Central Time.
It's on Central Time. Oh, okay. I'm thinking. Okay. All right. But if you were to play there, would that be Eastern Time? I don't know what I'm thinking. But
sir.
Okay.
And I thought it was going to be last week when we went to Lynette, and but it was not. It was where their school is.
Okay.
Where the football field is. We were playing in Central Time.
Okay.
But there's parts of Valley and Lynette that go into the Eastern Time zone.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a mix up of how we got done so early last week. From some people I've talked to and some other interviews I've done. But what happened was I got Coach Story to agree, since he wants to come up to avoid the severe weather on Friday night, was to come up on Thursday night. And I said, hey, we're driving to the 4th of July. I was like, if you can, we can move this game Thursday, I need you to move this game up an hour to help us, and our kids, because it's priority for our kids to be at school on Friday morning.
Okay.
We don't want them to miss any in-school instruction. So that was very important to us. They did that for us.
Are most of your players healthy, Coach, coming into this game?
Well, like I said, they are.
Okay.
No significant injuries. Of course, we got bangs and bruises and pulls, and we're wearing a few braces and extra pads here and there. But for the most part, yes, sir, we are healthy and ready to roll.
Okay, Coach. Again, the game will be played in Highland Home at Clay Jordan Stadium. And can the fans, do they get in with GoFan.com or can they get in with cash or both, or how would y'all prefer that?
Well, it's both, and it's homecoming this week.
Homecoming
this week, and I'm at my house right now, and I got my window right here to my right, so I had to keep looking out
looking for toilet paper.
Who's coming in with the toilet paper?
Yeah, I got you.
It's probably all my players out there that's ready to roll me. So, but that's part of it. I want these kids to enjoy their high school experience, and I did it when I was in high school. But I just tell them, just please be safe. I said, if y'all gonna roll me, I said I'll go to bed at 8 p.m. if y'all need me to. Y'all just get your butts to bed. So
that's right.
We have a game to play Friday, and I know y'all be safe and responsible what they do. But we got to get better in group that knows that, and I don't want to take their high school experiences away from them that we've all enjoyed through our life. But I also want them to know that, hey, the important thing is we got to be able to show up and show down Friday night and play some football.
Right. Well, Coach Pouncey, on behalf of David Helms and TC2, we certainly want to thank you for taking your time to be on this show, and we certainly wish the best for you and Highland Home and the Flying Squadron as they take on the Generals of Horseshoe Bend this Friday night in Highland Home at Clay Jordan Stadium. Please go support the Flying Squadron. Thanks again, Coach. And when we return from these messages, we'll have the head football coach from Pike County High School, Mr. Mark Hurt. We'll be back after these messages. Thank you, Will.
In the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle? We've got what you're looking for.
So come see us at Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC in Troy, and you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
Are you ready?
Sometimes more is more. And with Max Checking, I enjoy more with perks, like access to my paychecks 2 days early, free overdraft protection, earning rewards everywhere I spend, and more of everything that makes life a little sweeter. You can enjoy more too with Max Credit Union.
Wiley Sanders Strip Line.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm Forrest Lee. I'm filling in for David Helms. Thank you for joining us on the TC2 Coaches Show. With us, we have the head coach of the Pike County Bulldogs, Coach Mark Hurt. Thank you, Coach Hurt. It's a pleasure to meet you. We're in 3A Region 2, and we'll be hosting the Bobcats this Friday. Thus far, we lost a close game to Strong, 20-19. We defeated Ashford by a score of 34-0, and Pike County High School defeated Northside Methodist last week by a score of 28-18. Opp comes in. Their head coach is Mike DeBose. They have a 3-1 record. They lost to a 4A school, Andalusia, by a score of 35-7. They defeated New Brockton 41-20. Opp defeated Northside Methodist 40-10, and they defeated Providence Christian last week by a score of 20-14. But Coach, again, thank you for coming to the show. Let's talk about last week's game. Coach, who were some of the key players for Pike County offensively and defensively?
Offensively, Nemo Williams.
Nemo
did well. That's his nickname.
That's right.
Nemo. But DeWan.
Okay.
DeQuan, you know, they're twins. So,
okay.
DeQuan is, I like to call him.
Okay.
But he had a big game for us. I think also Zay Carlisle had a big game. Our quarterback threw the ball well in the game. And Ian had a big game. Ian Foster had a big game, but you know, on both sides of the ball, he's playing a lot. Had a couple touchdowns called back.
Yes,
had a punt return called back, but he's a threat at any time. And Braylon Jackson had a pretty good game, I thought, as a freshman. So, you know, we're starting to get more players involved.
Yes, sir. Now, I'm going to slide that over to you, Coach. Now, your offensive line, Coach, if you can, go through your offensive line, because I know they, you know, to win, you've got to win in the trenches. Who are your offensive linemen that you can share with us?
Okay, well, at center, we have Bubba Williams is a center. At left guard, we have Camille Flowers. Left tackle, we have Wilkerson, Karen Wilkerson. And then at right tackle, we have another freshman, which is Green, Ja'Cory Green.
Okay.
So that's all five of them.
Okay. Now, Coach.
That's good for me to remember that.
That's right. I know, because you're still.
I do more defense.
That's
really.
right. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, that's a good group, a good mixture. We have 11th graders, one senior. Well, no, actually, and then we have Keith Williams would be the right guard. I'm sorry.
Right, Keith.
Keith Williams. TT.
Okay, that's right.
They have a lot of nicknames on there, but we have two seniors, a sophomore, junior, and a ninth grader.
Okay. Now, defensively, Coach Hurt, who are some of your key players that we had last week in our big win?
We have
that we had over Northside.
Yeah, well, we have Xavier Reynolds. I think is playing well, outside linebacker. That's a senior. We have a young man that's playing both inside and outside. We kind of mix them up, try to get a rotation.
Yes, sir.
And that would be Quintavious Carter in that linebacker core. We have a freshman that's doing pretty good when he comes in on the rotation. And we also have Sweeney, Josh Sweeney, that's a senior that's doing well. So we're kind of mixing it up.
Yes, sir.
You know, trying to get a lot of reps, trying to keep guys fresh. And so, you know, we're doing a lot of rotation. We have a rotation going with several guys now. So it's kind of hard to name them all. But
right. Well, Coach Hurt, how many seniors do we have in our program this year?
We have about 13 seniors.
About 13 seniors. Yes. Now, since you've been at Pike County High School, name one or two players that have been diamonds in the rough that all of a sudden, here they are. They just, out of nowhere, they've improved. And name a couple of the players that you have that you would like to recommend.
Quarterback who has not played football since he was probably in Pop Warner
Okay.
He started all games. He's done well. He's improving every week. We play a lot of 10th graders. I think secondary wise, Shamarion Brown, he's in the junior. I think he's doing well. Of course, Braylon Jackson, which is a 9th grader, freshman cornerback, is doing awesome. Khalil Foster, who's a sophomore at safety, is doing well. So, it's really hard to name a lot of those guys because they're all young.
That's right.
We have a couple of seniors on the front line that's in the rotation. Calvin Marshall, I'm sorry, and Virgil Thompson. They're both playing well. They're starting to get better and do a lot better, getting in better shape, number one. And with the addition of Keith Williams, who's a great leader in my opinion, and he has a great motor and he's picking it up. And also Kieran Wilkerson is doing well. So Nemo is doing well. So I mean, we're just improving overall, and we have a great rotation. Is what I'm trying to say. We play a lot of guys.
Okay. What about your special teams play, Coach? Who's your kickoff kicker? Your punter?
We have a young man that is a 10th grader who's doing an awesome job. This is his first year playing. He's a soccer guy. Arturo Perez. He's done very well.
I like that.
He's done very well with the pooch kick. I mean, we've actually recovered 3 or 4 pooch kicks lately. He made 4 extra points, which is probably something we haven't done in a long time.
Well, who's the snapper and the holder on those?
The snapper is Khalil Foster, and the holder is our quarterback, Amari Barrow.
Okay.
So they're all improving, and we also have another young man, Cruz. It's hard to pronounce Cruz. Last name. So
Okay, Cruz.
Yes.
Cruz, we love you, Cruz.
Yes, Cruz is another kicker that the ball is just popping off his foot. So, and both of these young men are sophomores. They just started playing football. So we're starting to improve over all the aspects of the game. And we're returning kickoffs. Ian's doing a great job. He's already returned about 3. He's returned a punt that's been called back. So he's a dangerous return guy. We have some young guys that I really like. I really like our team.
Yeah, Coach, I know you're salivating. Now, is there a track being built for Pike County or in the city of Brundage? Is that in the plans that I've heard?
Yes, there is a sports facility.
Okay.
That's already been approved. However, where it's being built, they realized that there's like an underground stream or something.
Oh, okay.
It has to be, so the plans had to be shifted and moved around and so that kind of put a hold on things. But yes, there's a baseball field, softball field, and a soccer field with a track that's actually being, it's approved.
Will it be a 6-lane or 8-lane, or do we know yet?
Well, that's a great question.
Yeah, okay.
But
a track is wonderful.
It's
track will be great.
It's official track.
Okay, good. That's great. Now, your upcoming opponent is Opp.
Yes.
Coach, what are some of their strengths that we have to be concerned about or aware of or be knowledgeable of?
They're a very well coached team.
Okay.
They have a veteran quarterback, about 6'1", 200 pounds. I mean, he has a strong arm. I mean, when he throws the ball, it's like a flick. Just ball comes out. Just a lot of velocity. He also plays outside linebacker, which means he will run over you. He can run the ball. He can pass it. They have a very shifty running back that he can stick his toe in the ground and get upfield. He can cut, make you miss in open space.
Mm-hmm.
They have 3 or 4 big receivers. They have a very aggressive offensive line that they come off the ball very well. And so it's going to be a big challenge for us.
Yes,
they have great size up front. So, I mean, this is definitely a good team, and they have a veteran coach, and Coach Mike Dubose.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I know he's going to have them ready to play. He's always been a very smart coach and pay attention to details. So, I mean, I just expect this to be a very, very tough game.
Yeah. Before we get in, I want to ask you some personal questions. Sure. I want you to talk about your family, Coach, your wife and children. I've never met you, but that's one of the things I like to get to know the coach and his family. And I know she's the backbone of what goes on. You got to have a good one in the.
Absolutely.
That's right. I want you to mention.
I have a wife that I've been married to since 1998.
Okay. Did y'all meet? Where'd y'all meet?
In Selma, Alabama, I think, which would have been like my second year teaching. I actually coached in college a couple of years in North Carolina.
Okay.
Came back and I actually worked in Selma 1 year, moved to another school, came back, and that's where we met.
Okay.
And she was really hard to get to, just for the record.
Okay. Now, what's her maiden name?
Mitchell.
Mitchell. All right. How many children do you have?
I have 5 children.
Okay.
I have 4 girls and 1 son.
Okay.
That will be Alexis, Ariana, my son Mark, Madison, and my youngest, Martha.
Are any of those in high school?
I have 1 in high school.
And that's Martha.
Right.
What grade is Martha in?
Martha is a junior this year.
Okay. Is she athletic? Does she play?
She is. She's a softball player.
Okay, good. Well, I just had to ask that, and I know the audience will enjoy. This is Get to Meet Mark Hurt Day.
That's okay.
Well, Coach, some of your coaching staff that you'd like to mention that's been helpful in rebuilding or not rebuilding your program that's been helpful to you to getting things recharged at Pike County High School.
Well, on the offensive side of the ball, we have Coach Derek Sumter, who's a veteran coach. He was a head coach at Williamson for several years.
And that's in Mobile.
In Mobile. And he actually turned that program around and rebuilt it, and he actually from the groundwork, and he's the offensive coordinator, assistant athletic director, and he does a great job. Very good at details and getting things done. On the offensive side of the ball, we have Coach Ryan McCullough, who's the O-line coach. It's at Pike Lib. We brought him in this year.
And he's fixing to have another baby. I revealed they had having another girl. Isn't that right? I think I saw that on. He kicked something that turned pink. But I think anyway.
Yeah. Well,
congratulations.
I mean,
he's married to a LaCroix.
Right.
And I can't think of her first name, but I taught her years ago. But go ahead.
Okay. You're telling your age now, aren't you?
Okay, that's right. Yeah. I'm
But,
30 scores.
Yeah, I mean, he's a young coach, and he's still, in the process of.
And I think he'll do softball. He'll do softball.
Also be the head softball coach.
Okay.
Also, the offensive line coach will be Coach Joey Dennison, who's doing a great job for us.
Played at Troy.
Right.
He teaches at Banks.
He does.
He does at Banks.
He does at Banks Middle School. We have on the receivers coach would be another veteran coach, which is Coach Janaski Fleming, who's at Dothan for a very long time. He'll also be the head basketball coach. And defensively, I have a young coach, played at Troy, coaching our linebackers. That would be Coach Walter Pritchard. Front line, veteran coach. D-line would be Coach Cornelius Griffin. Also, Coach Thurston Lee is helping him out.
Cornelius, I'm ready. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Outside linebackers would be Coach Marcus Bryant, who graduated at Pike County and played at Pike County. In the secondary, we have Coach Doug Holland as the corners coach, and Coach Aaron Young with coach safeties. And then on the offensive side of the ball, offensive assistant is Coach Derwin Carter.
Okay.
I don't think I missed anyone.
Okay.
Oh, and my film guy I have to talk about.
Okay.
It would be Coach Johnny Bulldog Dostr.
Okay, Johnny Bulldog. Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
That's what he likes that.
Coach, what about our injury report? Are we in good shape as far as?
We nicked up and banged up a little bit. Last week really was a tough game.
Yes, sir.
We had several touchdowns called back, but it still was a lot of hard hitting, and there's a lot of rep. We played a lot of plays in that game, so we got a couple of guys banged up, but I think they should be ready to play.
Okay. Now, and we can use GoFan.com to get in the game.
We can, and for those who, are not so technology savvy,
yes,
which some of our older community people, we will have a minimum number of tickets at the gate.
Yes, sir. Okay. And I expect it to be packed because I think the weather's good. And when Opp and Pike County line up, it's going to be a hard-hitting game. And again, it'll be at Bulldog Stadium this Friday night in Brundage, Alabama. Kickoffs at 7. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Coach Mark Hurt for coming and being on our show. And on behalf of David Helms, I'm Forrest Lee, and Coach Hurt, it's been a pleasure to meet you. And
appreciate it.
Go Dogs, and we're proud of you, and we want to wish you the best of luck. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back after these messages, and when we get back, we're going to be visiting via phone with Coach Roland Jones of the Brantley Bulldogs. We'll be back after these messages.
place to put God and family first. How long you been driving for Wiley Sanders?
7 years.
How long you been driving for Wiley?
6 years.
How many miles you get away?
2,500.
Wow, how many miles you get away?
2,700.
Are you in the 401k?
Yes, sir.
Matching at 4%?
Yes.
Wow, Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Are y'all happy?
Oh, very happy.
Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles looks so good, you'll think they're new.
So take the short drive to Bill Jackson Ford in Troy, where you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Ford, Troy, Alabama.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm working underneath this truck.
Oh man, can you work on diesel trucks?
No, I can't.
Do you know that Wiley Sanders will train you to work on diesel trucks?
Really?
In a shop.
In a shop?
A shop. My man, you made it.
Yes, sir, I did.
You came to Wiley Sanders to a shop. How you like teaching this young man?
I enjoy helping these guys be successful.
So if they can work on a little truck, you can teach them how to work on a big truck.
Yes, sir, we sure can.
Come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line where we'll teach you how to work on a big truck.
We're blowing away high prices. Use Nissan, Honda, Toyota, Chevy, Ford. We got them. And they're all marked down. Over 120 to choose from. Bring home $350 a week and you can be approved. Shop PremierTroy.com or come see us. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody. Where should you go to find the best deals on a vehicle? Anywhere, anytime? PremierTroy.com. Shop our huge selection. PremierTroy.com. Pick your next vehicle. Pick your payment. Yes. Shop, save, and buy. PremierTroy.com. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put God and family first. We go to Illinois,
Indiana, North Carolina, South Carolina, Ohio, Arkansas.
We're looking for good in-dump drivers. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. 401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield, dental plan. Hey, these wheels roll, you make money. If you're not driving one of them, you're driving at the wrong place. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Fellas, where we go?
Indiana, North Carolina, and South Carolina, Ohio, and Arkansas.
Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
We know life can be fun and exciting, but also sometimes challenging. With always being on the go, it can be tough to take care of the big little things, like getting a loan for a more reliable car. Sometimes you just need some help that works with you on your terms. And that's exactly what you get with Max Credit Union. With convenient tools like loan updates right to your phone and personal service, you can get more done in less time. And that is something to cheer about.
In the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle? We've got what you're looking for.
So come see us at Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC in Troy, and you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Forrest Lee, and I'm filling in for David Helms, and want to thank you for tuning in to the TC Coaches Show. You can see this show live on Facebook and in YouTube. And tonight we're saving the best for last. We have Coach Roland Jones of the Brantley Bulldogs. They will host the Kinston. Are they the Tigers or Bulldogs?
Bulldogs.
They're the Bulldogs. They will host them in Brantley this week. And Brantley's in Region 2 of Class 1A. It's a 9-team region. Brantley defeated Luverne by a score of 31-7. They defeated Houston County 33-7. They defeated McKenzie by a score of 42-6. Lost a heartbreaker to Elba last week. And Kinston comes in. Their head coach, I believe, is Rudy Free.
Yes, sir.
He's Rudy Free, and they defeated Sampson 34-12. They lost to Elba 33-6, and they lost to Georgiana 30-20. In the region standings, Elba and Georgiana sit at the top. I believe they might be 3-0. Brantley and Red Level are 2-1. Pleasant Home and Florala are 1-1. Kinston is 0-2, and Houston County and McKenzie are 0-3. Coach Jones, thank you for being with us. If you will, let's just recap last week's highlights for you offensively and defensively for the Bulldogs.
All right, Mr. Forrest, we came out against Elba. Elba has a very good football team, and they dropped down to Class 2A to one have a tremendous running back, Henderson. And we knew that going in. He had a great performance. I think he scored 5 touchdowns, but we got down early the first step, and I challenge my kids to that time to, to play second half and leave everything on the field, no matter what board says. Just leave everything on the field and be look in the mirror and say, I didn't go without playing my best. And, our kids fought the whole third and fourth quarter. We got them back, we tied them up, had a chance to go ahead. Kirby got us on that, and, our discipline was we had too many points. That's all on me. So,
yes,
we're going to get better. Hopefully we'll get to see it again one time. But we got to take care of our business and do the things that we got to do. And our kids have had a practice this week. I'm so proud of how they down there, they're focused, and they're ready to take on the Bulldogs.
All right. Well, Coach, I listened to the game on WTBF, and I was so enthralled by what I was hearing, and they did a good job with the play-by-play, and it was like, right there in the second half, they had a chance to score and go up, I think, by 3 scores, but they fumbled, and then y'all went right down the field and scored, and then later on tied it up when you recovered that fumble in the end zone. But Coach, what on your special team players, who are your kickers and your holders and snappers when you kick the ball?
Well, is Kendrick West, holder is Jordan Park, kicker is Jaden Park, kickoff is Cedric Brown, punt is Caleb Weed. That's Dave Killings, the backup snapper, but that's our guys who do our special teams for us.
Yes, sir. All right, with the upcoming opponent, what are some strengths, what are some key things that we'll have to do to defeat Kinston? What are some of the keys to the game?
Just like their speed is not good as them, but they have a lot of team speed, and they have a very good football team. Don't take anything away from them, but Kinston does the same thing, and they will spread you out some, but as far as what we got to stop is the single wing offense where they snap it and misdirect and the quarterback's leading. So that's what we're looking at out of Kinston. Defensively, they're a 3-3 stack. They do good stuff, but we got to take care of ourselves. That's our biggest problem right now, is take care of the Brantley Bulldogs. And like I said, our guys have responded well. It's a great week of practice, and we're trying to get better each every week. And by the end of the season, we won't be as we can do.
Yes, sir. Coach, what about injuries? Are we pretty healthy going into this game?
Yes, sir. We got beat up a little bit against Elba. Just normal football bangs and bruises. We've had a couple injuries at practice this week. It's been a physical practice. We've had a couple nagging injuries. But for the most part, everybody's going to be healthy and ready to go.
Well, good. Well, Coach, we will play at home. And for fans coming in, they would need to go to GoFan.com. But can they get in the game by purchasing a ticket, or does it all GoFan?
No, it's all GoFan. All our sporting events have done this year is GoFan. So
okay.
Everything's GoFan. It's homecoming. And, have to pick a game. One game out of the year has got to be homecoming. And, we got to focus and play the football game, and we got to get through homecoming. And, a lot of people enjoy that. The girls get to go out. The guys get to do some things. So, but like I said, everything is GoFan, and it is homecoming, so you better get there.
Okay. So to let the audience know what you do with a smartphone, you have to go to GoFan.com. Then you will scroll down or type in Brantley High School, Alabama. Then you click on the number of tickets that you would like, and then you purchase those tickets. And then when you get into the game or to the gate, you show them your smartphone, and there's a redeem button that you'll use at the gate, and that will get you in. And that's how you use GoFan.com. But Coach, again, want to invite everyone to go to Brantley this Friday as Brantley takes on the Kinston Bulldogs. It's homecoming, and it's a big region game. And Coach, I know It's probably been a long week, and I do want to thank you on behalf of David Helms and Troy Cable and C-Spire for you taking time out of your busy schedule to be on this show. And you can see this show on Facebook and YouTube. You can go back and rewatch it. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank the following people. Ava Jackson has been our executive producer, and our technical assistant is Nate Braystead. And again, I want to thank Coach Roland Jones, and good luck to you and the Brantley Bulldogs this Friday night, Coach.
Well, I appreciate that. And, you know, like I said, there are a lot of people play at home, but if you don't have a chance to go to one of those games, come out. Like I said, it's home. We got a lot of beautiful girls that walk out, and it's their time to check too. But the most important thing is our guys play football after all that's over with, and take care of what we need to take care of. Thank you so much for what you do.
All right. We'll see you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in for the Coaches Show here at Troy Cable, and we'll see you next week on TC2 and the Coaches Show here in Troy, Alabama. Go Brantley.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.